Well, I'm really excited today to have with me an extraordinary gentleman. He's an author, entrepreneur, and global sales trainer. He takes businesses and triples their profits in 90 days or less. Now, he's shared the stage with many business icons, including Sir Richard Branson, and he's trained and coached thousands of business owners, entrepreneurs, and sales professionals all around the world. Known globally as the Sales King, I'm so excited to have with me Aaron Sansoni.
Thank you.
Oh, and it is exciting to have you here.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
And you just made such an impact literally all over the world.
Yeah.
Known as the person that really can teach people how to get their message to market.
Yeah.
So how did this all start for you? How did you become the Sales King?
Well, it's a long story, but I think first and foremost, I grew up in a household where parents divorced when I was very young, 8 children, and anyone that has a big house knows that that's where influence and persuasion starts. If you want to get things, you've got to be able to negotiate well with your brothers and sisters, and so from there I realised that I had a talent to be able to negotiate quite well. I hadn't studied yet. Obviously, I was 8 years old, and for me to evolve from there, I remember I had a car wash when I was like 10 years old, and I used to pay my friends a percentage of what they washed in cars, and so I had this whole scheme going to begin with, and I realised I had a love for working with people. That was sort of where it came from, and I wanted to learn about how I could take my gift and I could, pursue it. And one of the things that attracted me, because I started off as a sales professional, I've been at what we call the school of hard knocks, going out there and selling door to door, face to face, over the phone, everything, and for a person that was, quite young at the time, to have someone reject you in sales environment, because not everyone says yes, they want to purchase your product or service.
Exactly.
It's a character builder. It builds resilience. And for me, I was okay at it to begin with, but then I just started to love it. I love the fact that I could work in a company and I completely determined how much money I made within that day. Period. That was the whole point. I mean, why work for $1 per hour? When you can actually work for unlimited amounts of money if you get good at the craft of what you do.
And that's the point, because so many people would love that, but they're terrified. They have a fear that if they do that and they don't have that security, that they were not going to be able to perform, which is obviously where you come in.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, it's what I teach, it's not traditional sales training. It does follow similar systems when it comes to actually making sales systems and processes, but the way I have developed it over the last 15, 20 years and mastered it, I put it in a way that's simple, anyone can learn it, and it works. And that's why it's so effective and universal. I teach these skills in Singapore and Australia and New Zealand and America and in Europe, everywhere. And that skill being so universal, I found the formula that works, that really connects with people. It's not about that traveling medicine man type mentality, just trying to push a product. It's about having a product that you're passionate about, or a service that you're passionate about, really trying to help somebody with their needs and their wants, and and refine the skills. And I've been successful at doing that for so many corporations and sales professionals and business owners and entrepreneurs. And I think it's one of the greatest skills that you can develop, is the ability to be able to sell a product or service. I mean, there's a saying, nothing sells. Nothing happens until something is sold.
Well, and I think people forget that the word sales, has a lot of energy around it.
Yes, of course it does, yeah.
And even for me, when I started going out, and somebody said, well, just think of it as promoting something that you believe in. And that helped me so much, because I couldn't handle the word sales. And everybody's promoting things. But what do you think is one of the key things where people really just fail? I mean, what do you think is the one major adjustment that they could make, if you could pick one, where they just don't have success? And I'm talking about just promoting anything or selling anything, because I think it's that aspect of people have things they believe in, they want to share the message, and they can't get it out. Yeah,
well, I think that there's so many answers to that question because it's so dimensional, but I think that the biggest thing that I realised is that if we only bought the things that we need, we would be a very depressed country, very depressed globally. If you think about it, if you only bought things you absolutely need and not tapped into those desires of your wants, sometimes you need someone to help you to, to move forward with a want that you might have. So it's not manipulation. It's all it is helping someone to achieve something that they want, or to be in a place or feel something that they want to feel. Where I think people fall down globally is they think that the product and service, the features and benefits of it, is enough to sell the product or service, and it's not. It's actually not about the product or service. It's about what they achieve by having it, how they feel by having it. And people do things because they want to gain pleasure. People do things because they want to avoid pain. They're the two predominant driving forces in influencing someone to make a buying decision. So you have to train at these things, and you have to get good at it. And because what I teach works so well, it comes with a disclaimer. You've got to use it with integrity. Because being a sales professional, I think, is one of the best things you can do. It's the most employed job. Sales professionals, they're the most employed people, yet it's, you're in sales, oh no, I must be in marketing, and it's not like that, it's an amazing skill to have, I believe.
Well, you're so passionate about it, and I think the exciting thing is that no matter what somebody's product, service, message is, to be able to work with somebody like you, that doesn't make it seem, you're just a very genuine person, and that's to me what makes the difference between you and so many other people that are out there training people, is that you come from your heart and you're very enthusiastic about literally guiding and helping people to be able to take their passion, their product, their service, and their purpose, and get it out to the marketplace.
Yeah.
What can you tell us about what's in the future for you? What are your plans? You're traveling around the world. You've got a very exciting life. What is next for you, Aaron?
Well, look, for me, I get such a kick out of helping people and seeing business owners succeed. Whether it's, you're a solo entrepreneur, whether you buy yourself, you've got to learn the skills of selling. And it's not just about how much you can sell. If you want to grow a successful business, you have to rely on other people in your business to be able to deliver and sell your value and your mission that you have of your products and your companies. So what I want to do is empower as many individuals as I can around the world that have a passion to be able to be successful at that passion. Businesses, entrepreneurs, and sales professionals. I want to pull back the curtains of you're a sales professional. I want people to be proud and not say I'm in marketing or I'm a sales professional. I help people with X, Y, and Z, and be proud of it. Be proud of it. That's what people need to do. It's such an amazing thing, and a big part of being successful in sales is your mindset. Tell me another job that requires you to have a really great energy and mindset about you to be successful. That's pretty much one of the only things. It's just, and I wouldn't be the entrepreneur I am today, and I've started and grown over 9 companies now. I couldn't do that if I didn't have the skills of influence and persuasion. When I didn't have anything, I had many failures in my beginning within business. I couldn't get people to believe in me. I couldn't raise money. I couldn't do all these things unless I had the skill of communication, influencing, persuading, unless I had techniques.
Well, and the driving force, I think, is that you just had a passion to go out there and be successful. And not like you haven't overcome obstacles in your life as well.
There's been many.
So, how do people reach you and find out more about what you do so they can be trained by you?
Yeah, definitely. Well, they can go to my website, Aaron Sansoni, SANSONI.com, and they can check me out where I'm going, obviously, around the world. I have events all around the world, or they can send one of my team an email and be more than happy to help them to get on the right path. It's it's an amazing thing. And if I can help 5, 10 more people a day to achieve what I think is possible by learning the skill of sales, then especially in the global economy that we have now, it's not about getting more leads. It's about getting better at dealing with the current leads that you have, building relationships, and building a business on the back of it.
Right. Well, I want to thank you so much for being here today, and I'm excited about, following you and learning from you as well. It really helps me a lot in my own business to learn how to take my message to the market at a more effective level. So thank you very much, Aaron. It's been great to be with you.
Thanks for having me.